That woman's not wearing underwear.
Is that all you can think about? Food and sex?
Yes. Please, focus. Look out! Hey, it's Jay. No time for small talk. We're late.
Hetty, hold the elevator.
Hetty.
I think Louise is so sweet.
I think this woman is wearing underwear.
I think there's too many people in this elevator.
And I think you are all idiots. Let's go to work.
Yeah, research. Yes, I have checked that twice, and the answer is the same both times.
More work! I can't take it anymore! There is so much work. If this keeps up, I'm going to have to do some of it. Get away! Get away! Get away from my desk!
Well, I've never seen her like that before.
Well, what do you expect? I can't take it anymore either. Why do they have the weeklies, monthlies, annuals, and biannuals all come out at once? Don't they know what it's doing to us?
Okay, now you I've seen like that before.
Herman, you have to do something. You have to go talk to Mr. Bracken.
You're right, Louise. This is ridiculous. I'm going in there. I'm not afraid of him.
You don't think he'll hit me, do you?
Mr. Bracken, I have to talk to you. It's just unfair of you to expect us to do all this work.
Whatever you say, Herman.
Mr. Bracken, have you been using markers in an unventilated room again?
No. You remember how stressed out I got about this time every year? Well, I've got a relaxation technique. Every time I feel the pressure building up, I think about my last Hawaiian vacation, and it calms me right down. So, what was it you wanted, Herman?
Mr. Bracken, there is just too much work, and you can be a little more understanding and compassionate and hire a few temps or interns or something just until...
You think I have time to hire an intern? What the hell is... I tell you what, Herman, you hire an intern. I trust you. Call personnel and arrange it. Now, I'm giving you a great deal of responsibility. Don't you screw it up. Because if you screw it up, you're going to bring more problems into my life. And you don't want to bring more problems into my life. Because I've got enough problems in my life.
Did you hear that? A great deal of responsibility.
He said he trusts us.
The only thing I heard was don't screw up.
Last thing I heard was, ooh, baby, I love it when you touch me there. It makes me tingle. That was 3 weeks ago. Last thing I heard.
What happened? What did he say?
Don't worry, he said we're going to get extra help in the office. Hey, Hermo?
Boy, you guys got a ton of work down here.
Yeah, but that's going to end. I get to hire an intern.
Oh, this is great. I have the perfect person.
Who?
My grandma. She has another job, but she's getting a little too old for it.
Yeah, what does she do?
She works for a moving company, but she can't really cut it anymore. Last week, she dropped a baby grand down 10 flights of stairs. Totally jacked up her back. She's in a brace and everything.
You think she'll be able to make it in tomorrow for an interview?
I don't know. That might be tough. She's helped me move.
Isn't it great, Herman? All those people are waiting to be interviewed for the internship.
Well, this is pretty exciting.
Let me help you, Herman. We can play good cop, bad cop. I'll be the bad cop.
Louise.
Oh, please, Herman. I've always wanted to be the bad cop, and I can do it. Really, I can. Look.
Maybe later, Louise.
And then, when I turned 13, my family moved from Buffalo to Cleveland, which was extremely exciting, especially because now we were closer to Pittsburgh. And on my mother would drone, endlessly babbling about nothing at all.
I'm Bobby.
You're hired.
I really have no experience with this kind of work.
I don't know how to type, and I've never used a computer before. I hope that won't be a problem.
I got no problem. We have been given a big responsibility. It's too important to think about with our you.
So you'll be in touch?
Well, I certainly hope so. Thank you. I'll let you know.
Sherman,
Mr. Crawford.
rumor tells me that there's a job opening in the research department.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm interviewing right now.
Oh, good, because I have this friend who needs a job.
Oh, does she type?
No,
Does she file?
no,
Does she take dictation?
No.
What does she do?
this thing with her tongue.
Well, there's not much call for that sort of thing around the research department.
What about stamps or sealing envelopes?
We just send them down to the mail room.
Aha, the mail room.
That's very impressive, Grandma Nichols. But there's not much call for heavy lifting around the research department.
Well, Herman, have you picked an intern yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, that's good, because there's someone I want you to meet. She's a friend of mine from my support group, Women Who Cry Too Much.
Sure, Louise, I'd be glad to interview a friend of yours.
Oh, that's great, because she's right over here. Helene? Helene, meet Herman.
Hi, Herman. I'm Helene.
Hi.
Of course, you already know that because Louise just told you. Maybe I should just shut up now already. What do you think?
Well, I think it's very
I
nice.
know. You know what? I get really hyper when I'm nervous, which I am now, right? Like you couldn't tell. Okay, anyway, answer to your question is yes.
Helene, I didn't ask you a question yet.
Okay, good point. Ask me a question.
What was your last...
12! Oh, I jumped the gun again, didn't I? Well, was I close?
Not really. Why don't you just try to relax a little?
Relax. Relax. If it were only that easy. Well, okay, if my being relaxed will get me this job, I promise you I'll have my prescription refilled. I have to be careful, though, because last time I got too relaxed, I had to have my stomach pumped.
Well, let's not worry about relax then. Do you have a resume I can see?
You bet I do. Let's get that for you.
Well, your typing skills seem to be quite good. There are other candidates I'm considering, of course, but I'll let you know.
Okay, I'll wait over there.
Actually, Helene, I was thinking more along the lines of letting you know tomorrow.
Oh, that's okay. With all the suspense, I'm not going to sleep much tonight anyway, so I'll just be over there.
So, Herman, what do you think?
Well, there's a small problem.
What's that?
She's nuts, Louise.
Herman, give her a chance. She's gone through some tough times lately, and all she needs is a break. Someone to believe in her again. You have the power to change her life.
Don't do this to me, Louise.
She's a good person, Herman. If you don't help her, who will?
Louise is right. We can really help this woman. Now's our chance to show that we're compassionate. Let's hire Helene.
What? That woman is a lunatic. This is our chance to prove to Mr. Bracken that we are capable, not compassionate. Let's hire the guy in the suit. He was the most qualified.
Now, let's not forget that fine young woman, Bobby.
I like Louise's friend.
Why? She's a walking bundle of neuroses.
Yeah.
Louise's friend wins. We're giving the job to the person who needs it the most. It's the right thing to do.
Okay, Helene, when can you start?
Wow, I think it'd be best if I start right now. I could take that desk, since it seems to be free. Okay, what do you want me to do?
Well, why don't you start by typing this letter for me while I get together some files for you?
Okay, good. That's very good. Let's do that. Okay.
Thank you, Herman. You are wonderful. You've done the right thing.
Sherman, I got a bone to pick with you.
Sir?
At your insistence, I got my friend a job in the mailroom. In the first hour, she had a paper cut on her tongue. Now she has to do that thing with her tongue with her hand.
I'm sorry I couldn't hire your grandmother. Hope she didn't take it too hard.
No, it's okay. She got another job, actually. It's her dream gig. She's a roadie for Motley Crue. I'm serious. Heavy metal is her favorite music.
It is?
Yeah, well, it's the only music she can hear. So who did you hire?
She's a friend of Louise's.
Oh, how's she doing?
Well, when I left last night, she was still working and starting to get the hang of things.
Good. I hope she works out. I gotta run.
glad you're here. Where's the fire extinguisher? And I hope that wasn't his favorite chair.
Okay, now what the hell happened here?
I've been working, and I had to work at your desk because my desk reminded me of that kid's table they made me sit at for Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know why they did that, Herman. I was the only kid there, and there was plenty of room at the other table. Wow. You know, you really have a way of bringing things out of me.
I mean, you did your laundry in the office?
No, Herman, on that point, I must correct you. I did Hetty's laundry.
I need to get this place cleaned up before Mr. Bracken gets back. Now move.
Okay, shut up, Helene. Just put the books away.
Morning. God, what a mess.
Get your underwear out of here.
Herman, you didn't need to do that. That's the intern is here for.
Hetty, Helene is not your personal slave.
She'll hear you.
Well, were you at least able to get most of the articles checked?
Oh, God, no. I didn't even start checking the articles. I spent the whole night getting organized.
Okay, well, I'll do them. Just give them to me.
Well, I can't do that.
Why not?
They got lost in the fire.
Okay, forget about that. At least give me that letter I gave you to type. It has to go out this morning.
I spent a couple of hours on it. It's almost half done.
It was only 2 pages. Helene, your resume said that you could type 60 words a minute.
Oh, that is a typo.
6 words a minute? They're monks that can do calligraphy faster than that.
Okay, perhaps I made a slight boo-boo.
Okay, let's nip this in the bud and tell Mr. Bracken she has to be let go.
So, her position's going to become available. Let's see. Who should we hire? Who should we hire? I have an idea.
And then it turns out it wasn't 87 degrees, it was 86 degrees. So the joke was on both of us.
Good morning, everyone.
Mr. Bracken, I need to speak to you.
Okay, come into my office.
Oh, God, your office.
Ow! Haven't you ever given a pedicure before?
What do you want to talk to me about?
It's about Helene, sir.
Herman, I'm telling you, having her here has certainly set my mind at ease. I haven't had to go to Hawaii since yesterday morning. What happened to my chair?
Helene set it on fire, sir. She is absolutely incompetent. She can't type. She has no organizational skills. And she's created such a mess, it's going to take us 2 days to get back to just where we were yesterday.
So, what do you want me to do about it?
I think you're going to have to fire her, sir.
Wrong, Herman. You hired her, you fire her.
Mr. Bracken, I can't fire people.
Excuse me, Herman. I have to go. Damn. Rain.
Morning, Herman.
Louise, I have to talk to you about Helene.
Oh, yes. She called me last night. She says this job has changed her life, and it's all because of you.
Yes, well, Louise, the
This
thing
is
is,
the
she
first
can't...
time she's been happy since her dog committed suicide.
Her dog committed suicide?
That's what she claims.
So I think I'll just buy her dinner, a few drinks, and tell her she's fired as nicely and compassionately as I can. There she is. Wish me luck.
Oh, hey, listen, I never fired anyone, but I have dumped my fair share of women. Don't let her order steak.
What difference does that make?
If she orders steak, she will be given a steak knife.
Don't be ridiculous.
I learned the hard way. I was hoping you wouldn't have to.
Hi there.
Hi. You know, this is really great. I can use the break. I've been working so hard on that Supreme Court article.
Oh, did you finish it?
Finish it? I'm trying to find it. I hope it wasn't your only copy.
Helene, let me begin by saying I think you're a really great person.
Thank you, Herman.
You've got a lot of energy and enthusiasm. You've got a lot going for you, and I really do like you. And this is really going to be hard for me to do.
Oh, well, I think I know where you're going with this.
You do?
Yeah, and let me just tell you that I have a very strict personal policy against dating someone I work with.
Oh, wait, you don't understand.
No, Herman, don't try to talk me out of it. I'm flattered and all, and you're sort of cute. I just don't think it's a good idea.
Helene, you're fired.
What? I'm fired? Just because I wouldn't go out with you? That's sexual harassment, Herman. You will not get away with that.
Helene, wait!
Not too smart harassing her right before you fire her.
Herman, I checked the company bylaws on sexual harassment. This hearing is nothing to worry about.
Well, that's great, Mr. Bracken.
Apparently, all they can do to you is suspend you from your job or recommend criminal prosecution. But that's a worst-case scenario.
But that's terrible.
That's why they call it a worst-case scenario.
Hi. Tell me, Herman. Tell me you didn't do it.
I didn't do it, Louise.
Okay. I believe you. Tell me again.
Louise, I want to thank everyone for coming to this hearing. I'm Diane Shaw from Personnel, and as soon as Mr. Waterton arrives, we can start.
Well, nice to have a hot young babe like you on this sexual harassment panel.
Mr. Crawford, I don't think you understand what sexual harassment is.
Oh, well, maybe after the hearing we can go to my place and you can show me.
Mr. Crawford, you are a married man.
Ah, you're right. What was I thinking? We'll have to go to your place.
Mr. Waterton, good afternoon.
Sorry I'm late. I know how important the hearing is. Now, what are we doing here? Oh, sexual harassment. I like it. I make that I don't like it. Now, let's begin.
And in all this time, has Herman ever harassed you?
No.
Have I ever harassed you?
No.
Would you like me to?
No.
I have no further use for this witness.
Ms. Newman, has Herman ever harassed you?
He harasses me constantly. And let me say, I'm glad to finally have the opportunity to air my grievances.
Well, now we're getting somewhere. How has Herman harassed you?
He says things to me. Things like, Hetty, do your work. Hetty, stop making personal phone calls. Hetty, you can't go home. It's only 3 o'clock. It's terrible. It's just terrible.
How long have you worked in research?
I don't work in research.
What is your connection to this case?
I interviewed for the internship, but I didn't get it.
What are you doing here?
Mr. Crawford asked me to come.
Why did you ask her to come?
Damn it, woman, look at her. Waterton, your witness.
I'll take her.
How would you say Herman is with women?
Oh, great. I would say next to me, no one scores more than Herman.
And then he went on about how much he liked me, and when I told him that I had a very strict personal policy against dating in the workplace, he fired me. Guilty.
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 If I could just say something here. I know that sexual harassment is a serious thing, and that in most cases women have serious complaints. But in this case, it's just a misunderstanding. The only reason I fired Helene is because she was doing a lousy job. Now, Helene, in the day and a half you worked in research, how many articles did you check?
None.
And how many letters did you type?
None.
And how many fires did you set?
3.
3? I only knew about 2.
Okay, 2.
So you see, I submit that I had to fire Helene because she was unable to do the job.
Well, if I wasn't doing well, then why didn't you just tell me?
I was trying to be nice. That's the only reason I said all those things to you before I fired you. I was trying to be nice.
Work?
Yeah. And that's why I didn't want to criticize you about not doing all your work.
Okay, well, maybe I wasn't a great researcher, but you were a lousy boss. You know, if someone isn't doing well, you should really just tell them.
You're right. I was a lousy boss.
What do you know? I made a mistake. First time for everything. So you could just drop all the charges.
Are we all in agreement? The charges are dropped? and Herman is a lousy boss.
Agreed.
Agreed.
This concludes the proceedings. Thank you very much. As always, there'll be refreshments and shuffleboard on the Lido deck.
Herman, we both learned something today.
Yes, sir. I learned that if you want to be a boss, you can't always be nice.
And I learned there's a Lido deck in this building.
Herman, I'm really sorry about all this.
I'm sorry I doubted you.
Well, I'm sorry I wasn't more understanding.
Louise, I'm sorry that I let you down.
I'm sorry it didn't work out.
Yeah, let's just say that we're all sorry.
Herman, will you give me another chance?
I don't think any of us is that sorry.
Well, a lot of times I'll just say, "Hi, baby. I'm president of a company." Is that coming out too strong?
No.
Mr. Waterton, and you too, Mr. Crawford.
Both of us at once? You got a stronger stomach than I do. I don't think I could stand to see Waterton naked.
No, you idiot. I have something to say. Herman may be innocent, but there was sexual harassment here today. The two of you behaved towards me in a thoroughly inexcusable and unprofessional manner, and you're not getting away with it. You'll both be hearing from my lawyer.
Bitch.
Nice ass on her, though.
I don't think you guys heard a single thing she said.
I have to tell you, as a man, I was offended by your behavior.
Bitch.
Nice ass on him, though.
If you think you had a bad day, try being one of the last 6 people on Earth. Catch the new comedy TV Guide calls Delightfully Sick. Whoops is just 1/2 hour away. Now stay tuned for the sexiest new comedy on television, Flying Blind.